All right, hey everyone, this is Jacob. I know this is a little different from what I normally do on this channel, typically playing games, but I'm in process of upgrading my computer, and I ordered the NZXT H510i off of Amazon. It's a premium compact mid-tower ATX case, and honestly, from what I've seen online, it looks pretty premium as well. So let's flip it around here. We can get some more info on what it has included. So there's a little read on it right here. It's a little smarter. It says it's supposed to, I believe, be able to monitor just everything with your computer, your temps, your speeds, and so on. You can pause the video here and take a read through that if you're interested. And then down here, it kind of goes into the case design, so a little more modern, they say. So it has on the top I/O a USB 3.1 Gen 2 and a USB-C connector. And then it also has your power button here, there's your USB, USB-C, and then a headphone mic right there as well. And then this kind of shows the design of it as well. It says it's still beautiful, as this isn't the first generation of this. There are several other ones as well. And it has this tempered glass side, white aesthetic on the bottom. I went with the white and black one, I believe. I'll have it linked in the description down below. And then let's flip it around to the back here, or maybe this is the front. Gives you a little more interesting look at this. And then flip it around to this side. So it gives you some more features. Like I said, feel free to pause the video and take a look through any of these for any info you might need on fans or what kind of coolers you can put in, CPU coolers, GPU clearance, cable management, etc., etc. And they have bays and expansion, and then just a bunch of other stuff on there as well. So let's flip it around back to the front here. And I'm going to try to attempt to do this unboxing. I am doing this by myself. It'd probably be nicer if I had some assistance. But there we go. We get the first look at the top of the case. And realistically, what we're going to want to do to get this out is we're going to flip it like so. And then flip it one more time, just like that. And now we can easily just grab both sides. And honestly, I might have to cut this part. So, yeah, let me get out of the box in the foam, and then I will be right back. All right, and we're back. So I got the packaging out. I flipped it and I got the case out of the packaging. I had a little hard time, not too hard, but you just got to be careful when you're taking it out. If these handles are tucked in like this, it'll get stuck on the foam here. So you just have to kind of go in from the side, push those boys out. So anyway, we got it out here. Just some standard foam packaging. Still, I mean, it seems very well wrapped up and packaged here. Again, I probably should have taken it out of the foam since I'm doing this on my own. But there we go. We got it out there, and something came off here. I don't know what that is. That's concerning right there. Let's take it let's flip this over and see what that's from. Oh, look at that. All right. So actually, you see these rubber feet here? One of the rubber feet got attached to the foam and came off. But no big deal. We just reattach it right there, and it should be good to go. So we're gonna get this plastic off of here, just like so. Throw that in the box because we don't need it. And we just put this stuff in the box as well. Let's flip this boy around. So there you have it. This is the case. It looks like it does come with a film over the whole entire screen there that we can take out. It has a rear fan here, as you can see on the inside there as well. A little bit of reflection. It has a place in the front for either fans, or if you did a all-in-one cooler, you can mount that up there as well. And then up there on the top, you have another fan, which comes through right here. And it looks like you could do a bigger size. Looks like it has space for a bigger sized fan if you wanted to upgrade that. Flipping it around to the side, it's just all blank. And then here on the front, just aesthetically blank as well, except for that NZXT logo there at the bottom. So, oh no, and look at that. I think that's going to be the one thing that is going to be the downfall of this, is that this little foot keeps coming off, unfortunately. I might have to like super glue that on or something like that. That's slightly annoying that it got messed up in the shipping, and that's not Amazon's fault, that's NZXT. So to get it off in the back, there are just these two hand twist screws, one here and then one here at the bottom. So I'm going to take these boys off. I think that's as far as that one goes, and we'll get the bottom one as well. I think we're out. Yep, and there we go. And then it just pops out this way. And then does it... Oh, there, and it's kind of clipped in there. You see those clips there? They clip on to those clips there on the front side panel. So getting this off, it gives us a better look at the inside here. So this is the cable management side, which is really nice to have. This will be like the back of the motherboard right here. And it looks like it's got slots. I'm assuming these are for SSD holders right here. You have some nice cable management with these straps. And then all the wiring that's currently in here, except for some of these things, some of these are for additional hookups as well. But you have the different LED hookups, your power and USB, which are your front ones, and then all your different fan hookups. So it has 3 fans, it says, but I'm only seeing the 2 hooked up, so I'm kind of confused, unless that's just plugged in and it's not plugged to anything. So as you can see here, it gives you a bunch of cable outputs, and then down here, I believe this little box is all our additional pieces parts. So let's take a look in here, see what we have. Dump that out like so. So a little informational booklet here. Ooh, actually, it's not a booklet. It's one of those big fold-out things, which I'm not the biggest fan of, but it gives you some good instructions if you need some more technical information around it. And then here are some additional things. Sorry, I wasn't getting that on camera there. Plenty of screws to use. I'm guessing they're miscellaneous use for fans, maybe motherboards, for these hard drive slots, these SSD slots. And then they also get you a splitter here, and I'm not quite sure what that's for. So, but it also kind of shows you, like, some of these bags are labeled as well as what they can be used for, and I'm sure that this informational packet will give you more info on it. So let me take apart some of these things, and we'll be right back and figure out what all these cables are and where they're running to and what we have that we're dealing with. So I'll be right back. Okay, and we are back. So as you can see, I laid out that instruction pamphlet here to kind of read through what some of these wires were, because I'm not super knowledgeable right offhand on what most of these do. But like looking through it and looking through this informational stuff, so just to reiterate a few things, where did I see it? Yes, right here. This is your SSD drive installation, and they do say that they go right into these 2 slots here on the back. So these 2 slots here are for your SSDs, which is pretty cool. Down here, this is where your power supply will go, and it's nice. It's ventilated downwards, so the fan on the power supply will go down, ventilated through the bottom, and it has this nice dust mesh under there to catch any dust that are under there. Moving over here, so this is where I pulled out the informational packet just a few seconds ago. And this is for any hard drives that you might have. So it looks like there's space for 2 right now in here, 2 big hard drives. And looking at this, you might be able to expand it more, maybe even up to 3, because this picture looks like you can actually you could have 3 in there. Oh yes, you can have 3. I'm sorry. So you see, you can have 1 on the top here, and then there's enough space for 1 here, and then 1 down here. Get this wire out of my way. I also figured out that even though it has 3 fans for this hub here, the NZXT hub, only the 2 that there are on are plugged in right now to these first 2. The third one runs down here to this connector that was just in our way in the last shot here. So I believe then this would connect out to any additional fans or just anything additionally that you might have that you want to plug in. And like I said, you could plug it up in the front. There's space for some more up there. What else was I going to show you as well? So, really good cable management up here. I guess I should get it in shot. There we go. This isn't going to be the most, amazing video, but I figured I didn't see a ton of reviews for this case out there on YouTube, and I figured it'd be nice to kind of get more of a true up close and personal like review rather than the fancy, RGB spin around on a turntable, cool, aesthetic shots of it. Like, you can see how cool it looks, but realistically, what do the nitty gritty insides look like? So I looked through these cables as well. So this one that's capped off is for a USB 3, I believe it's a 2nd generation. Yeah, USB 3.1 Gen 2. And that's why it's capped off, because if you don't have that capability, which I'm guessing is not like super common, maybe it is, I could be wrong. Like I said, I'm not super informed on all of this stuff, but that one's capped off, or maybe it's just for protection. It might just be for protection. This one is the USB 3.1 Gen 2. Or no, Gen 1, I'm sorry. I just said this one. Here's the Gen 2. This is the Gen 1, which either of these 2 would plug into your motherboard. So it depends on what your motherboard is capable of having. Now, looking on at the other stuff, I believe these ones also just plug into your motherboard. So I think this is for the controller itself. Or it might be for the top panel, actually, for the front I/O or the top I/O. This one is for your audio. So this one is for this up here. And then finally, you have this last one, which is, if I can get it to focus, maybe, USB 2.0. And it says it on there. It's not wanting to focus. So yeah, those are those inputs. There's also this SATA input here too. So once you have your power supply in, you would plug into this, and I'm guessing that this just runs power to the controller and maybe to this front I/O, depending on how it's hooked up. But I'm guessing more so it's going to be this controller here. So yeah, as you can see, that's the back. Very good cable management. This goes right around to the front here. So anything that's plugged in, like you have your motherboard plugged in, you can have it loop around the back here, and then just go down right to your power supply, and you won't see it from the other side. It'll be all closed off. The other nice thing about this case is it does have built-in LEDs. You can see them right back in here. Nice little LED strip here. I believe it's RGB. And it goes all the way down there. It looks like you might be able to actually extend it, but I could be wrong on that. It's hard to tell from this angle what the capabilities of it are. But that plugs into this controller, and you can control it on your computer itself. So I think it goes into some more information around all of this stuff and just cable management and things like that within the informational packet here. And if you guys are interested, I'm more than happy to post this so that you can see what all the directions are if you're really looking into the case and you want to have some more info. I don't know if this is available on their website. I will take a look, and if I do find it, I'll link it down in the description below as well. It also goes into some of those that hardware that was provided. So these screws and strap or zip ties and this what is it called? 3.0 or 3.5 millimeter headphone jack splitter. It does go into that down here. There's the splitter there. There's also a breakout cable. I didn't notice that in here. Oh, I see it in there. And then, yeah, just some other stuff as well. So yeah, it gives you a good in-depth explanation. And like I said, if I don't see it on their website, you guys want me to post it, I'd be more than willing to. But if I do find it, I will put it in the link in the description below. This hub, their control hub, I don't remember what their software is called that they use on the computer itself, but this will allow you to control your fans and your LEDs and everything that would be within the case. So let's flip this around really quick so we can get a shot from the tempered glass side. You can see me there in the reflection. So on this side, unlike the other, there's only one screw tab, so you just unscrew this like so. I think that's about right. And then I think we're figuring this out together. I think it's all the way out. How do I get this off? I'm gonna be the one who breaks it. All right, let me figure this out and I'll be right back. All right, so I figured it out pretty quickly. I just didn't want to put too much pressure on it because I was a little nervous that I would break something. So all you have to do is you do have to apply a decent amount of pressure and force to pull it this way, and it'll just come forward to you like so. And then you can grab it, and then it lifts off, lifts out of the bottom, you lift it up, and then we'll just put that to the side for now. Now taking a better look on the inside, so below there, that's where your power supply will go. Here's your motherboard tray here, and it has different sizes that it can utilize. I think it's like mini, micro, and normal ATX boards. I could be mistaken on that. It will have, on that Amazon link, it'll have better descriptions of what board will fit in here. So double check on your the board size that you have or you're thinking about getting before getting this case, because you don't want to get it and then your board not fit. But I believe it's most boards, it's just not like the bigger boards will fit in here, as it is a pretty good sized case overall. So, like I had mentioned before, here's placement for, I think you can put in 2 more fans here at variable sizes because of these long circular pass-throughs here, so you could shift the fans however you want it, but you could also put an all-in-one cooler up here in the front as well. And NZXT does make an all-in-one cooler, which looks pretty cool because it goes with the whole aesthetic. So let me tilt this back a little bit here so we can get a better look at things. So like I said, there's 2 fans, one on the top and one on the back, that come with the case. You can change these out. NZXT does make RGB ones. These are not RGB, they're just a standard fan. Now if we shift this all the way down, let's be careful with our wires in the back there. As you can see, there is our second RGB LED light strip that wires back into that controller back there. And that's pretty much it for the top part there. So what you'll have when you're all plugged in, let me scoot back so I can get a good angle of this. So you'll have RGB lights back here, and then up here you'll have it shining down as well. And that's just standard with the case. You obviously can upgrade it. You probably could put some RGBs down here underneath or within this tray down here where you have your power supply and your hard drives down there. You can also change out the fans to be RGB as well. And the all-in-one cooler is RGB as well. That links into the motherboard, or links onto the CPU there for CPU cooling. So yeah, overall, it's a very, very nice case. I like it a lot. I like the aesthetic of it. It has a lot of functionality to it. So I'm going from like a very old school, all metal small case that doesn't have a lot of circulation. One of those old ones where, the power supply would be at the top, and then you'd have your board below it, and then some cooling at the bottom here. And even when the power supply was at the top, the power supply fan would face down, and so it was sucking air from within the inside here. So it was, I don't know, I don't feel like it was a very good design from back in the day. But yeah, so we're going to be upgrading to this. I'll be getting a new motherboard, new CPU. It'll be a whole new thing. I will keep posting updates as I go. I had mentioned in my other videos, I've already gotten some components that I'm using currently in my current setup. So I did get the GeForce RTX 2070. This thing is super nice. I should have done an unboxing around it, but I didn't think of it at the time. But this was probably one of the nicest packagings that I have seen in a very, very long time. Very, very high props out to NVIDIA for the packaging on this graphics card. So I think that's about it. Actually, the last thing I'll do, I'm going to flip it around. I'm trying to be careful with that rubber tab on the bottom. Realistically, for my situation, I'll either put it on a hard surface rather than this carpet that I currently have, or I will, once it's in place, I'm probably not going to move it that often. So let me just give you a quick shot of the back here so you can see what we have going on back here. So your power supply goes down here, and you just slide it in from the side. You don't have to take off a back panel or anything like that. You just will slide it in over here, and then I'm pretty positive there's some screws in there, and you just screw it on in. Easy enough. And then up here, you have your normal PCIe slots. I hope I said that right. Sometimes I'm dyslexic, so I mix up the how I say certain things. And yeah, I just have a hard time sometimes. So I hope I said that right, but I'm sure you guys will correct me in the comments below. Here you have the vertical option as well. It does not come with any extender or anything, or a riser or anything like that to actually get it into the vertical position, but it just offers the option if you were able to get those. So I might take a look on Amazon if I can find some risers that seem highly rated. I might throw them in the link in the description as well. I won't have any experience with it because obviously I won't have it in my own build just yet, but I'll just go off of some of the highest rating ones on Amazon. So check the description for all this stuff. Here's your rear facing fan. There is no dust catcher on this one like how there was on the bottom, but I feel like realistically you're going to have more of a problem on the bottom where it's, basically, finger width from the floor, so you'll probably get more from down there. And also with these fans, they make the blades so far apart that you can easily get between them and clean them out. It's a lot better than some of the older ones where they were very tight together and hard to get. And then finally, this is where your motherboard I/O will be here. This is where it'll stick out in the back. So yeah, I should also mention on the top, there isn't a, let me get in the shot here. There isn't a dust filter either. It's just this mesh that goes down and it goes right into the case itself. So something to keep in mind, you're just going to want to be careful with and spilling anything around this because it will, I'm assuming here, it will go through these holes and then it will go right down into your PC, and nobody wants that. So yeah, there are some more components here. I believe you can take off this front panel here because there's two thumb twist off screws here. So I think you can take this off to better place any fan or liquid cooling or anything like that you would want to put in there. And so yeah, so that is the NZXT H510i in the white and black setup. So let me just flip her back around here. We'll try to get a good shot of it. So yeah, I think overall it's a very nice case. I do like the aesthetics of it. It'll be exciting to see how the RGBs are and how everything works. And like I said, I don't have all my pieces parts for my build yet, so I won't know 100% how everything works until I get that all put together. So once I have that done, I'll do another update to let you guys all know how things are going for the build and how the case ended up working out overall. But yeah, I think for now that's going to do it. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments down below. If you have questions on any particular part of the case or where I got it from or just how it was shipped or anything like that, feel free to leave them down below. Be more than willing to answer your questions for you. I know sometimes it can be hard to purchase these kinds of things without like seeing them in a store or really getting the good in-depth understanding of what the capabilities are around it. So like I said, just let me know in the comments down below. If you like this video, hit that like button. I'd really appreciate it. If you are enjoying this and you want to follow along with my build, or you want to check out any of my other videos, hit that subscribe button and hit that bell notification. It'll let me know. It'll let you know. I know when I'm posting, but it'll let you know when I post any new videos. So thank you all for watching. I hope you really enjoyed it, and I will see you guys all in the next episode. Thanks. Bye.